because a couple times I've lost eyebrows. I've looked in here and it's burped at me. That's another leak. You show. Well, that's not good. This is a gas-fired locomotive, and it'll use either butane or they have the camp stove gas, which is a mixture of butane and propane. I use that because it has a little more pressure and it's a little more temperature tolerant. It'll stand a lower temperature than straight butane does. So, and I've used that for 15, 20 years. So, oil, water, and gas. And I pre-oiled all the fittings and all the bearings on the running gear before I left this morning. And when it's cold like this, the first run generally is about 15 minutes. And then once everything is warmed up, with this I have what's called a Goodall valve. I can put water in the boiler under pressure, so I can run it until I burn all the gas off. Which, if I'm somewhere where I can hear the jet, so I can get it set really nice, I have had it run over an hour on a tank of gas. Generally, I would say 40-45 minutes. That's lately been an average run. So she is showing 20 pounds of pressure, and she'll generally start running once she gets up around 30.
So what's the preparation of this unit to get it running?
Well, as far as basically you make sure everything is clean and lubricated. The jet doesn't have anything plugging it up. All the moving parts are oiled or greased, as the case may be. And then this has a sight glass, so I can see the level of water in the boiler. And usually I will overfill the boiler and then remove some. You need a little bit of space above for the steam to form. So you do that, and there she is, she starts smoking. And then basically you put the gas in it, oil, water. You've got a valve to adjust the gas flow. You get a fire going, and then you just wait till the pressure comes up, and then after that, the only difference is this has a radio control gear in it up here. I've had both my knees replaced, so chasing a locomotive is not on my bucket list.
Right.
So, but it's you have to kind of like mechanical things. It's not as easy, obviously, as electric. You just can't throw it on the track and it goes.
Right.
A little more involved than that.
So how about so you light the burner in the front or something to get the steam out?
You can open the smoke box door. I use the dentist mirror to keep an eye on it to make sure it's burning correctly. And then it also has a pressure gauge. It's starting to come up to pressure now. So it looks like pretty soon I'll be when you're on the track.
Well, thank you very much for explaining what you do here.
Well, you're welcome.
So pretty much you guys travel all over in southeast Wisconsin to different places, and
I run at all the shows. I have run it out at Shady Lane, the nursery. He's had us out there a couple of times, and I've taken him to a couple of our members' houses to run on their railroads. And that's pretty much been about it. This did pull me down the track one time.
wow.
They used to have a big week-long show in Diamond Head, Mississippi, which is about 40 miles east of New Orleans.
Wow.
And about 5 years ago, they set up a 12-inch wide track. They had a little platform set on that, and then they had G-gauge track in the middle. So you could put your locomotive on it, hook it to that cart, and sit your butt down. And this would pull me down the track, except when they got to the joints, they didn't have the joints right perpendicular to each other.
Yeah.
And you'd hit that step and it'd make it stop.
Mm.
But as long as I didn't if I just picked the engine up and moved it, it kept on pulling me, which I was really surprised.
Wow.
I've seen a bigger locomotive pull a guy on tracks. So the fact that there's enough steam power to do it, I wasn't too surprised. I just didn't think an engine this size would pull something this size.
Wow. That's impressive.
My luck.
So how long have you been doing this type of stuff?
About 20 years.
Wow.
I originally wasn't going to get into live steam because 20, 30 years ago, the major manufacturer basically made not many American engines, and most of what they made was alcohol fired. And that's a completely different kettle of fish. You have a stack of small wicks that stand under the boiler, and you've got to have the wicks just so tight and just so tall. And they also require a fan to put in the smokestack to get enough draft to get it going. And the gas just seemed to be a little simpler way to go. But I wasn't interested until AccuCraft made what they call a Ruby, which is a beginner style of engine. And I had not seen one, but there was an ad for a company in California that was selling them at what I thought was not a bad price. So I called up and we discussed, and he described, and I thought, well, I've gone to Vegas and gambled $179 away, so I'll try one. I bought a second one. I have a 3-cylinder Shay. I bought a company called Maxwell Hemmings. They made a Porter, a small 040 type engine. I have that. And I have this, which is a C19. I have down in the box underneath, I have a C18, which we're going to be doing some work on later today. It's had some issues. Let's be generous. We'll put it down.
Yeah, we'll let you get going on this, and then we'll be touring around some more. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
mineral spirits to get it started. Once that's lit, it gets nice and hot, and then you can start to put some coal and maintain the fire.
So this is the coal-fired steam engine.
It's a coal-fired steam engine. It's a small one, but you get the idea. And basically it has a Goodall valve on the top so you can enter water into the boiler as you need to. Typically for coal-fired engines there's some sort of an axle pump that pumps water directly into the boiler, but with this one it's strictly you got to run around and do it. And then so far I've been running it for about 5 minutes without really having to tend to the fire at all, which is, for an engine this size, that's pretty good.
Very cool. Well, thanks for taking the time out and explaining this.
You bet.
studied it, but